Good evening, everybody. So today we have a very exciting time. We have the last bit of the revision, which we had promised you all. Only U4BLs is left and all the others we have already done last time. So that is very few remedies. You know that U4BLs have very few remedies. So we will finish that and then we'll start this new group called Sapindales. This is a very important group. All of you are going to love it. It's a little bit different. And also it is contains remedies which you already know. So, you know, it will be fun for you. Okay. So let's begin. So let's, U4BLs you already know, right? Right? Work. Work-related masculine and then weakness. Due to the dominant father, we know the whole column has dominant father, the masculine, feminine split. Every group, every family has this. But we have to learn the differences which each one has and the peculiarities of each one. Yeah. So due to this dominant father, this person feels work is tying them up. And their inner desire is to play and enjoy. You know, like many remedies only want to play. This is their group. They don't want to work so much. Yeah? They are forced. Feel that they are forced. See, the inherent nature is this and they are forced to do that. So forced to act against inherent nature, which again leads to the split of the mind and the emotion. And that is what this fight, separation, predisposes to the pathology. So it is rigid, suppressive, masculine force. So, and then the powerful emotions are also suppressed. They lead to this hidebound skin. Hidebound means thick skin. Emotions that erupt with fire. So there's a lot of fire here and chaos due to pressure. They also have fear of insanity. Too much eruption, too much suppression, and then eruption like a volcano can also lead to insanity. They desire contact with others, you know, the other, right? Me and the other, that is all. So, but feel others are too piercing, they're penetrating, and so it established a thick bound skin to repel such penetration. They don't want to be penetrated. They don't want to be pierced. So the pain then, when all this happens, are burning, electric-like sensation with violent irritation, which can happen at all the levels which are open to the outside world, which are skin, mucous membrane, and emotion. Okay? So they are basically, they are trying to form and break boundaries, right? Where they feel they're too much pierced, then they want to break the boundary. So tense, closed, reserved personality, but they want to fight this dominating masculine father or whoever is the masculine or the other. And so they create thick bonds. So they are poisonous, fire, burning, bleeding, swift and violent response. Okay. So then with all this happening too much violently, you can have loss of sensation, and one of the senses can be deafness. The need to establish boundary may lead to deafness, numbness of the tongue, and blindness. So you have here deaf, you have your three monkeys, which are so ubiquitous, right? They can be used in any form. I like the three monkeys. They don't want to hear or they don't want to see the dominant masculine. Okay. So the essence of U4BLs is this superstitious and rigid religions. very rigid. One, they do, religion is very rigid. You have these rules, okay? In the Bible says, these are your laws, these are your rules, you follow them. Don't covet your neighbor's wife, but everybody covets their neighbor's. Anyways, that was just joke. Dreams are frightful, fear something will happen, and depression. Of course, sexual abuse, we have been hearing about it all the time because they belong to that row of anal stage, then early childhood, and they can, because of their curiosity, they are very sexually abused. So their feelings are what? Tied, bound, trapped, gripped, held tightly, can't move or can't do anything. The total thing, troublesome thing is the work pressure. And what is the opposite of work pressure and pressure? Free, unbound, escape, play. This is what they want. So you for BAC, hidebound, strict father, skin notice unreal, superstition, bound by rule, themes of work, money, productivity, like the whole row, dreams, nightmares, sensation, they are tied together, bound together, trapped, gripped, held so tight they cannot move, not held, okay, held. A string being tied around the body, and the opposite is free, break free, release, unbound, and escape. The fear of too much tight, too much bursting, too much fire, fear of becoming insane, fear something will happen, electric light sensation, dreams of work and money, sexual abuse, tied. I don't like to be tied, so I hide, and then I'm free. So the stress is the father all the time asking questions. What are you doing? What are you doing? How will you finish the work? But they don't like it. And they're tied down by work. So that is the basic before BAC. And we are going to revise some of these. We've already done this, but today when do it again, it will become very clear to you. So it will become tight, tight, tight. Everybody wants fear of the father, strict father, or the strict the other, and they don't want it. Here they want to play, yeah, because they are in that stage. They are going now in near early childhood when they want to play. They don't want to be so tight and they don't want to be so pressured, and they suppress and then they burst. Okay. So the remedies are Califa indica, which is the tubercular myasm. So it has mainly ringworm and arthritis. Then you have local maggot infested wounds. You have sadness, which sadness and the lung are so connected. So lung, so TB of the lung, cancer of the lung, hemorrhage of the lung, family history of TB, cough with lot of weakness like phosphoric acid and other remedies, like acids actually, and worse in the morning. The fear of danger, avoids bad news, news that he will die, but he really does not want to die. That is the Califa. Doesn't face death. Okay? Arterial hemorrhage, but no fever. Yeah. Arterial hemorrhage, but no fever. Hemoptysis, blood in the morning, dark clotted, bright blood in the morning and dark and clotted in the evening. Then your second remedy is proton. We all know proton take for diarrhea. It's the acute miasm. It is the Jamal Gota. It is the gurgling, purging, tap, like a tap. But what is the key? Diarrhea with fear of diarrhea. That is the key of. They would rather dance than work. So again, play. Lazy. Illusion, animals, bugs. All these are penetrating. All these are attacking. Dreams of murder, people, insanity, bad dreams. So me. To Tom, what is important? Me. Not so much the others. Yeah. Through a magnifying glass also they can only see me. He wants to be alone, thinks only of himself. He holds his thought, and then explodes. And how does the explosion come? As in diarrhea or in insanity. Then completely weak, completely empty. And the other thing about it is that it has scalp crust in the scalp. Mind is always discontented because they think of themselves. All people who think of themselves are discontented. Because you don't think of others, so you don't do any good. So you're thinking, why happens to me? Why happens to me? And you're self-pity. So, and I'm not free. Why do I have to get diarrhea? Why do I have to get all these thoughts? Or this. So proton is a remedy for diarrhea with skin. Then you have euphorbia. Cancer miasm, emotionally intense. So you had Calpha with tubercular, proton which is acute, phorbium which is cancer miasm and lot of cancers. Hidebound again, tension, hidden tension, sensitive and serious. And what do we know about phorbium? He wants to be quiet and shut the door. Shut the door means I don't want anybody. Dreams are stuck in the mud. Lovely diagram, right? Can you see it? Things are too big. The step is too high. He won't reach it. So then he has to reach it. So OCD. Important words are prick, poison, penetration. Even the light, night light blinds. And shock as if electric shock. And the sexual abuse can lead to vaginismus, which doesn't allow the next person to be able to have sex with them because they go into a spasm. Cancer is of the liver, of the skin, of the bone, the burning pain, for which it is a specific remedy. Cancer with burning pains of the bone. Skin is prickly, eruption on the face with devil. Weakness, legs are weak. There are causeless erections and abdomen. They don't have so much diarrhea, but they have griping with thin skin. Not like proton, which is in the same family, which has so much diarrhea. You have Jatrupa also coming. Then Hura, Brussels lenses Hura. We know this remedy as a leprous miasm. What is leprous miasm? We discussed it at great length earlier. They are discarded, they are left, they are not wanted, they are not loved, they are thrown away, they have to live on their own, they never see their loved ones again. Remember, I told you the story of Ben-Hur. So, Hura is the latex from the rubber tree. So, what is latex? It sticks, na? So, the skin is tight. You can have leprosy on the skin, you can have eczema, psoriasis. So, what is rubber? You hold and pull and pull. But when you pull it so hard it breaks, then you feel that you are not with them, you're rejected, they threw you. So they feel alone and abandoned. The peculiar sensation along with all this of Hura is a splinter-like pain in the foot. That's why we've written it. So Hura, lac caninum, lac excretum, all these are hated remedies. People who feel they are hated, they are not. So Hura laughs with pain. They want to hide its pain, so it laughs. They have a problem to separate, therefore they keep pulling. So you know what the thing is that I explained this to you last time, that they pull, so that person, comes back to them. But some they break and they go. Right? So they don't like to separate, like leguminous. They want to stick. The death of a loved one make them feel rejected, unloved, and alone. They feel very despised, very stuck, but they still want the family and feel anxiety for the family. Then you have mercurius spur, which is unlike the other mercury, belong to the mineral kingdom, this belongs to the plant kingdom, the fifth subclass, and to the euphorbiaceae family. It is very important remedy for amenorrhea, for scanty and delayed menses, for dysmenorrhea with orgasm, pain, swelling of the breast. So a lot of PMS things can get covered here. Okay. Moods are fretful and again laughing with pain like you had in Q. Dreams, horses, kids, wild boars, snakes. So there are some horses and kids are powerful or loved things. And wild boars and snakes are frightening. Externally, it is used to remove warts. Their caring, sympathetic consciences, and most important, welfare of animals. They love animals much more than people. And they, since they like, they're sympathetic, so they allow strangers to penetrate their boundaries and they hold their anger like proton. Again, it will be explosion, something. But mercurials, unlike all the other mercurials, they are so dry. Mouth is so dry. Because sugar also, sugar we know melts, with just anything, won't melt. They are hot. They have a band on the forehead. They are very toxic. Mercurial spur is very toxic. It is merged. But yet, it is very strange. It is said that the tincture gives the person having it a male child. Very strange. Then you have Jatropa, like croton, another very important diarrhea remedy. Everything is alien. Food is alien and penetrate. They are burning pain in the abdomen, vomiting, and you'll remember that was gurgling and there was How many times I've told you this, right? It is like you take a pot and you fill it in a stream or fill it in a tub, and it is like the sound that makes. So it is in the first stage of cholera with violent leg spasms and ailments are from suppressed skin. Collapse, confusion, chilly, intense fears, mouth is dry, okay? Just like mercury. Ricinus, friends. Again, all the flowers are always beautiful. Nature has made it that good or bad, you'll be attracted to. So like, if you look at them, they are like big ticks, castor bean appearing. Again, it has diarrhea. So you have 3 remedies here. Very important for diarrhea. You have proton take, you have Jatropa, and you have Ricinus. Okay. So diarrhea, one was Jamal Gota, right? Diarrhea, vomiting, collapse. So you have also can compare phosphoric acid, lot of diarrhea with collapse. Burning, hoarseness, anguish, and pain and thinning. And the feeling is there is a bar on the stomach. So you have to remember these things. Okay. So Ricinus will have vertigo and bar on the stomach. And diarrhea, which will not stop with any remedy. Remember, we had done a remedy with headache. Nothing helps. Then it is the remedy. So here in Ricinus, it is torn between God's desire to preach. God wants what? That you go out and preach my word. But his desire is to play and to run. They don't want hardship. They don't want confrontation. They want to play. So he's torn between this. But he has to follow God, so he will follow. And so he gets impacted feces. And the impact on the intestines in this, in post-mortem investigation, it was found that the intestines will shed so much acid. So headache is like piercing, electric shock like pain, better open air, and then also important remedy for calcium and amenorrhea. helps to bring menstrual period, just like mirth. And you have Manzanella. You remember we had this beautiful case, Manzanella, when we were doing the belong to typhoid miasm. It is called the little apple of death, one of the most toxic plants. Even a small drop of sap blisters. So near the tree, it is don't touch me. Boards have to be. So the world is good and bad, fear of being insane, fear of unnatural things or supernatural things, and you have everybody's invading my border. Anxiety of supernatural, superstitious, tied, bound by domination, but can't go free. They want to go free, they want to play. They are bound by religious rules. So we understand religion is so much dominating. It makes rules. I don't know if God made them, but all the people who wrote the religion and your priests, they made all these rules. And then if you don't do it, you will be punished and not allowed to enter heaven or whatever, go to the devil or so on. Dependent, very dependent, but with fear of being overpowered and controlled. They don't want to be. They want to be dependent, but only to that level. They don't want to be completely dominant. Fear, lot of devil who will take me away, ghosts in Manzanella. So whenever you hear talk of all these things, please think of Manzanella. Fear of the black color, fear of cockroaches, sexual thoughts in young girls. Remember we had a case, we told you a case. When she saw her brother, she saw his penis. So, brother and father, sexual thought. Or a little girl thinking of marriage. So that was Manzanella, very important. Here you have now devils, ghosts, all these thoughts coming. Okay? The fear of the black. Tilingia, still, to friends, syphilitic miasm, destruction, and the remedy for syphilis and AIDS. Mucous membrane of the throat, of the stomach, so your colic, constipation. Again, diarrhea. All diarrheas here, not so much diarrhea as periodontic gastroparesis, but it is always trying to throw out the other. An important remedy for smoking. They are syphilitic miasm, so despondent, miserable, despairing, and like the syphilitic typical pain, bone pains at night. So cancer pain, like Rosidea, we saw cancer-based pain, but that was burning. Here is more as well. So Stilinga, the root is used for respiratory complaints and the bark for syphilitic. Black depression, suspicious, mistrustful, all the syphilitic trait, desperate, killer, want to harm people, want to harm themselves, all syphilis. So we have finished the 9 remedies of USOBAC revision. Now I hope the 3 important remedies which you already have been using and the 4th, this also for diarrhea. Now we have so many remedies and there should be no diarrhea we cannot cure. Diarrhea with skin, croton, with the miasms we have already explained to you. So when you come to USOBAC, they have strong suppression, the father figure, but they want to be free. So they are different from the. Okay, so now we are going to start the next group. Okay, so we have finished 68 remedy revisions. I hope the revisions all helped you a bit more to get clarity, to get understanding. Okay. Sapindales. It's a beautiful group and we know so many remedies there already. Okay. It includes anacardiaceae, it includes rutaceae. Anacardiaceae family, Russ talks and all, anacardium we use so much. So we are going to see a little bit more of them. So what is sapindales? Where is it placed? It is in column 5, we know. And it is in sub row, what row? 4 and 5. So we are going to understand what is column 5 just for revision. So column 5, we know is split in feminine, masculine. So you have the split, you have the masculine domination, and the stress is all the time. The column is called I and the other. So the stress is on relationship, companionship, partnership, going ahead in life, goals, work, and so on. You left behind column 4, which was more feminine and mother and caring and all that. Now feminine has to go away. And fast, the masculine has to do. You have rules, you have boundaries, you have dogmatic, you have religion, you have fanatism, rigidity, suppression, criticism, hierarchy. And you have to go on the path, your life path, which is work, ambition, and purpose. And what is row 4? You have row 1, which is womb, 2 is oral, 3 is anal, 4 is early childhood. So early childhood means play, curiosity, and therefore you have so much sexual abuse. So there's initiative which you take as a child versus indifference and games. So whenever you're trying to do something but you want to play, then there'll be an inability to initiate goals and tasks because you want to really not do it, you want to play. So you have problems with functioning. And you like very curious. So you like any toy given to you, open it up and you want to see the world by this manner. And because you're so curious, you want connection with the other. So boundaries are difficult to set and you cross the boundary, whatever you say. Then row 5. So Sapindales come for both row 4 and 5. Okay. So row 5 is school age. So school age, more rules and regulations, more you have to get along with everybody. It's a social norm. You have to prepare for independent life, right? Right till oral, you were right dependent. In anal, you said, oh, I can also. In early childhood, you started exploring and didn't want your mother all the time there. And in school age, you say, hello, I am now independent. I go to school alone. I got a uniform, got a teacher. I have to listen to my teacher. I won't listen to my mom. So here, they develop a sense of independence with capability and the cognitive development happens. You have learning versus rigidity and refusal to learn. Get into a hut. I don't want to go. Something happens over there, you don't like the teacher shouts at you, or some child bullies you, you say, I won't go. So then if you don't fit in, then you have inferiority and feel you are not capable, inable. So the challenge in row 5, I'm going to take a little time over this because you have to understand this properly. Okay, this whole thing. Sapindale is very important. The challenges in row 5 is consolidating the ego while dealing with the other. So that is accentuated because it has to deal with challenge of adopting to societal norms. Okay, so now you no longer can do what you want. Your mother always forgive you whatever you did. You threw things and won't pick it up, mother will pick it up. But here you cannot. The society, the next person next to you, your friend sitting next to you in school, you say he's a bad boy, he's pushing my thing. So teacher will punish. You have to, and then you won't have any friends, so you have to toe the line. So there is this inner obligation to perform. So you have to perform. You have a strict father, also imposing boundaries and suppressing your personal. So your personal ego is now growing. School age, I can do everything independently. I go to school alone. I don't need my mother. I go by school bus. I got friends. They are my friends. So on. Okay. So the personal ego also is growing, and it promotes individuation. Yeah, individualization by instituting its own strict boundaries and limits. So this is double whammy. What is a double whammy? 2 times you're hit. Okay. So you have these boundaries by school age. You have the boundaries made by the column and so a double whammy. So this structured boundary now become double. The conflict between my personal will and the external will. I want to use this, but this one says this external will wants to limit one's freedom of choice. You want to choose, but all these other things, schooling, your school rule, your column importance, your father, everybody tells you no choice. The masculine architect means the type of person who evolves from this is very paternalistic, not nicely paternal. We say very maternal means very loving, and but it's not like very stern, censorious, dictatorial, and inflexible. So as I told you, this is the Sapindales group, includes very well-known communist families like Anacardiaceae and Rutaceae. Yeah? So to study these in depth and from different angles will make this very interesting. The theme multiplied, accentuated as like Rosidea general themes, plus the same themes and Sapindales. Okay? We have the row, I told you, see here, you have I and the other, so masculine domination. And then here you have early childhood and school age, where Sapindales. Can you see? So it is a double one. So you have too much thickness and you must understand this well. See, we have done so many families here. Important families all done. Sabin, Malpighians, then violins, the new Fordians. We've done all these. Now we're doing Sapindales. We are not left with too many. Ramnales, Santanales, Aprils, only 5 hours. We've already done 1, 2, 3, 7, 8. We've already done 8 on the sun, 9, 10 are only 5. Okay? But we are going to overshoot our 6 months. So I have decided that after that, you all will not pay anything more. And we will let it be free for everyone. You pay what you can. Anyway, that is a different thing. So now we have early childhood, school age, and 5th column. So the themes of Sapindales. The Sapindales, where is Praveen Kumar? You must always help us, Praveen Kumar, if I make a mistake. It is Sapindales, not Sapindales. Okay? So take away the end. So far we've all done. So first thing, theme is rigidity and discipline. Father telling him, you're going to school, be well behaved. You see that you mera naam roshan karna. You see that I don't get any bad comment that I didn't bring you up properly. Okay? And father will never give you praise. I saw a movie yesterday called Shehzada. Some Aryan, some. It was about some changing babies, and this man puts his baby in the princely way and takes that prince's baby into his wife's. So finally he wants to treat this as a prince, so he wants to treat him badly. So the father all the time shouts. If he says 98%, he said, why do you get those 2%? Whereas he is also working for that princely family. So with that boy, he will say, oh, never mind, you got only 7 marks, never mind. I have got good ink, I'll make it 70. So mothers are very good with that. So he brought up the child very, very strictly. The child grew up very well, though it was this. Anyway, so that was the story. So here, rigidity and discipline is very important. And it is almost like blocking your emotions. So like a plug. Okay? Not like boop, plug. So once they accept anything, once they're so rigid, if they accept anything as correct, then they will follow it rigidly. So they will then not waver. They have to call this powerful. So if you see a cat, now you know cat is supposed to be black cat, especially for position of bad luck. Then they will wait in the house for 5 minutes before starting out. Or you have the lucky number, unlucky number 13. You say it, then you say, today I won't do anything. I will stay at home. I'll do that work tomorrow. So there's rigidity and stiffness at levels of mind and joints. So this split between emotion and reason completely suppresses the water, water element, the feminine element, and flow of emotion, crying, all that is a feminine element, which allows you to be more fluid, allows you to release, whereas all that dries up in the midst. So you have rigidity and spirituality equal to fanatism, and you follow religion so properly. And then you will either sit without anything in the winter or in the rains. So tomorrow is Ganesh Chaturthi. I must get up at 4 o'clock and do all my prayers. Emotions are blocked. Sentimentality. So it follows whatever it is in the mind, he will follow very well. Fixed ideas, unbending opinions, and superstitious things. We have rigidity and spirituality equal to fanatism. Superstition, block, love, rigid. If religion said don't kill insects, then very cautious while here. They will also not wear masks. You have some religion which only tell you to wear a mask again because you may swallow an insect. Ears are blocked. You plug in fingers. I don't want to listen to your bad things. I will do what I want or what I have been taught in school. Inflexible. So normally we say plants are very sensitive. See the pulse of lights wave like this with every wind. The plant have a flexible mind, but not like in anacardia. See, they have a very rigid mind, unbending opinions, like lot of superstition. Even Rostock, which is anacardiaceae family, has compulsive behavior. Follows a lot of rituals. Lot of rules to be followed. Long ago, about 20 years ago, 15 years ago, where I didn't know so much about kingdoms, plants, and all these things. We gave Rostock for something to that patient, and his whole depression, his whole mind, everything cleared up completely. And we were so stunned till we studied. We're going to give you this case next time. Okay? Follows a lot of ritual, lot of rules to be followed. Follow principles and follow very religiously and very simple, like a fanatic. By following lot of rules and unbending opinions, they go in for diseases like OCD, schizophrenia, and even joints. So they break their mind, kind of lose their memory. Follow, rigid. So in our society, in any religion, people follow rules rigid. Say one rule is give importance to female. So in a bus, if a lady has no seat, he will give her a seat. He will stand 200 kilometers to destination. Because religion says give respect to ladies. Okay, where do we find it, right? We have a pregnant woman also. One lady had to tell a man, she's pregnant, can't you see? Please give her. So they follow in an uncompromising way. Okay? So they have to follow the teacher. Whatever teacher says, do homework in this way. This time you must do it. The mother says, see, this other way better. No. My teacher said like this. We do it. So diagram has to be done in this way. You will try to do that. But you can't always do it. So what happens? You get exhausted. You will do it again and again and again. but takes so much time. Then you follow with lot of mental fatigue, restless mind, and attention deficit disorder. You follow unbendingly with no flexibility, no flow, no catharsis, no water element. Then there is a lot of लवकर काय हॅलो हॅलो 3:30 4 4:30 ला 1 वाजता So mental fatigue, restless mind, attention deficit. You follow unbendingly, may get a lot of problems. So this results in decreased brain flexibility, and then you may have study difficulties, fatigue, attention deficit, restlessness, so on. So the child is so rigid that they so tantrum the things don't go their way. Or mother says, you do it this way, this is better for you. No, my teacher is upset when plans change, have to have their way. Only sees one way. You can't reason with them and they give up whatever they're doing. So the emotions are very fixed, rigid, and they are not expressed as love, except as anger. And when expressed only in a rigid way. So you have remedies like rasta, olive, guaica. This olive remedy is a very nice remedy. I don't think it is given anywhere, but I'm going to do it with you. It is rare remedy. This produces a sensation like a plug or obstruction. So the split is, or the original nature is this, or the religion says this. So you must do this. 2 minds, okay? Angel and devil. We know about anacardiacy, right? One side is angel, one side is devil. The emotions are suppressed. They know that they have to reach the goal. This is they put. Now they know only this will fit. And they must put this. Mother say, no, this will break, this may be better. No. Only this, so much rigid. So this lack of flow between mind and emotion, they form blockages. Feeling get the expression only through work and yes, because the masculine forces draw them with goal-driven and achievement. They must fix it only in this. Oriented with rigid and restless act. They must act. Whether you can or not, you have to. So, a good example is shifting, motion. So restless, they must continue and complete their work. They must finish. So they work continuously. So they are restless. And they criticize others for not doing their work, and they criticize themselves also for not doing the work. They're always in a state of restlessness, always in a state of criticism, always in a state of, shouting at others and at themselves. Right? So eventually, suppression and criticism affect one's willpower, empowerment, confidence, and work. So then there is, because work doesn't come properly, they fall, they do it, but doesn't come. So then they lose confidence. Order is important. So are rules. Okay? If anyone does wrong, they are very disciplined. Okay, I can't forgive you. You don't do properly, don't be in my. They follow like the law. Okay? So they may appear like Kali, Kutam, Feram, so on and so forth. Block, plug, selfish. So in the first subclass, you have the joints and the limbs affected. And we know this, right? In anacardiacy, in lutein, where you have vitamin. So stiff and rigid, aches and pain. And what are they better by? Movement. Because you have to work. To work, you have to move. Emotions are suppressed. So you have limbs with skin itching, suppressed rust. In rainy weather, all plants bloom, but rust out will get a lot of skin problems. Breeze near the plant causes a lot of pollen to enter, and so you get penetration. You have itchiness, stickiness, and reaction. And the thing is, I want to move. I want to move. That is mission of the work. So you have restlessness and overactivity. Like arsenic. The organism is in a state of overdrive, acting without emotion, results in restlessness. The rules of the company, rules, regulation must be followed. They have to finish the task. Okay, this is the company act, you have to finish. But we can't. It's good, I would just say it's good that our legal system doesn't belong to the group because they don't follow any rules and regulations. They come, they have tea, they have all, the court doesn't set up their thing till 11, then they have to have lunch, then they have to go at 4 o'clock. So no wonder we have so many cases pending. They certainly don't belong to happening. Restlessness and overall. The theme of incompetence mainly in relation to the workplace. Hello, why do you want to go ahead? A habitually suppressed person finds it difficult to initiate things later in life. So he's stuck, unable to move, and the thing is that he wants to move. The response is restlessness. The physical restlessness and mental agitation are meant to relieve. They dissipate the stiffness. We know that. You are stiff when you begin to move, but once you start moving, you are better because that restlessness and the agitation all are relieved by movement. You have the strict father, you have criticism, you have rigidity towards others, and you have very exaggerated super. So, you have superego. Also, the school age also has superego. So now you have superego plus superego, so double value. So your ego may be too much. You will see that again in that Shehzada movie. Exaggerated. Lot of criticism and strict. So the boy also has to follow rules and regulation. He becomes more and more rigid. So father dominating him. Everybody criticizes. Remember that case we did? The father wanted to kill the mother, chasing her. And the boy also said, I also want the mother to be killed. I also want to kill him. So he also criticized others. So the emotions are blocked. They criticize themselves and the others. So you have the heart saying, I want to feel. But the critical and judgmental part is saying, no. That is superego. You have to work. The mind inflicts self-antagonism, self-condemnation, and criticizing himself. This internal split is such that in extreme cases, this goes against their own desire. We saw that even in the earlier column, right? God said, do this, but he wanted to keep. Then longing for the other morphs into desire to eliminate the other. So you have an anakadiyati, cruelty. Now the heart wants to eat pav bhaji, but the water will say no eating street food, especially in the monsoon. So there is this split which causes lot of problems. You have to complete work. So you work day and night, work hard. You want to go home to your wife, you promise I'll come and take you to a party at 7, but you can't. You work till 10, then you have a problem at home and then problem. Even on Sundays he works, even if the children are waiting. The child falls asleep while the father is still working. To complete the stipulated task, you will do it. Lock up everything else. Emotions are blocked. When they don't meet that, they get stuck. They have emotional inflexibility. He kept saying, Water is feminine, water flows. Here there's no flow. So they sit for 10, 12 hours and become stiff. And they set unrealistic rules followed by failure. And then emotions go mean you're doing work mechanically. You're not feeling the work. Yeah. You have a duty which you do. So you are understood. Camouflage again very important. Mangifera, we'll be doing these remedies. Work hard, but without any limits. Success depends on ability to. So they work, but in an obsessive, ritualistic, must complete kind of. And they set goals and I have to finish this by the way. So setting goals, failing to meet them, yeah? Because you want to also play. This is the early childhood thing. It causes sensation of being stuck and not able to move. Sure. So you want to do it, but you want to play. If you don't do it, then you won't meet your goal. So you feel stuck. Worry about work. So the illness is all related to work. Column 5, the subclass 5, I and the other, is hard edging, means hard. Belief in hard work, tenuous effort, 10 hours, but the emotional inflexibility, unless you have the heart also and a little flexibility, then you break. Na? A tree, a tall tree without ability to sway will break. So eventually leads to breakdown, exhaustion, joint problems that interfere with daily function. So limbs are very affected because limb, you walk and it takes you to where you go, right? And where you go is where your goal is. So then they become stiff. So only way to get rid of the sickness is to walk. And you can't do it endlessly, so then you have to. Finally, exhaustion, fatigue, and laziness, not laziness prevents one from going to work. Okay? So all the remedies come under this anacardiac, and citrus, white fungus. There is no emotional preparation, there's no emotional flexibility, there's no water. But pushed into action too early due to early childhood stage and forcefully without adequate emotional. So the lesson in this order is that the journey of 1,000 miles, Lao Tse is a great philosopher, right? He says it begins with a single step. But if you think that, no, my single step has to finish tomorrow, and you're going to have to. You have to go through nursery, you have to go through college, you have to go through first standard, second standard, 11, then college. You want to do college first, then you have to do. The point of the journey is walking the path. So your aim should always be, I will walk. Not that I have to reach here in this much time. So then how you walk won't be taken care of. So Lao Tse said the point of the journey is walking the path, not reaching the destination. Because the path emerges through the patience and forbearance acquired from walking. So while walking the path, you learn so many things and solve so many problems. So enjoy that. That is supposed to be the lesson. Starting early, doing so many activities, so many years, it leads to exhaustion. So 19 is ritualism, religiosity, superstition, evil eye. Too much lighter. Yeah? So in the most positive manifestation, the masculine principle can guide the ego beyond itself towards the spiritual and the divine. But when this aspect, see, there are two ways, okay? You can go to the spiritual, divine, follow it, okay? When you can transcend. But when this aspect is exaggerated and taken to the extremes, imbalance will promote exaggerated spirituality the form of excessive. And then that becomes more troubles. Problem. जरा डाल दिए. Sorry. So this added ritualistic element, I told you the positive aspect is going towards divine. Okay. And the other aspect goes towards superstition. Follow belief, black thread, evil eye, so many things. This now. Everybody has to hang it up in their house. Everybody has to hang up that, what do you call it, garlic below your bed. So you have sacred threads on the wrist, on the neck, and all these superstitions. So these are called bound religion. They have no meaning, most of them. So you have religious guilt, confession, I have sinned, I have to confess. So if you see the purification, plant use and purification also from this group, olive and marrow. This preoccupation with lofty spiritual matter leads to pathology. The mind itself without protective strength of the. So remember, the fifth suffers so much because the heart is going so less use, the feminine part. So they cannot even stand in pure light. So, case. Patient says, I got high fever. Take me to the holy man and the fever will come down. They said, what superstition? Fever won't come down. Superstition. 104 fever. So he was given rasta from this group, this family with the superstition and that. Understand now the meaning of coming from this group. Rasta was not just given because he said, I have pain in the knee and if I walk, I'm better. He was given because he was so superstitious. If that person touches me, then I will become all right. Not with the medicine or not with anything else. So he was given. The feeling of the boy is superstition. He tied a thread, purify that, black magic, ritualism, follow that ritual, all that. So rigid. So the 10th is fear of evil. When you have this much, then if you don't do it, you will be in evil. The evil devil will be. So in its negative manifestation, the combination of religiousness, suppression of heart lead to fear of evil and a cardinal. Believe in evil and black magic. So they say, I suffered because my sister-in-law did black magic. I've been to so many doctors, no one given relief. My cousin did black magic and therefore I got this sickness. So this amplifies the anxiety, inner agitation, and the rest. The fear of evil. So anxiety again makes you very cautious, right? You can't kill any germs, so you must walk cautiously and see. But can you do that? No. Won't buy a black shirt or buy a black shoe. I love that black dress. It's so beautiful. My one mind said, buy it, buy it. But the mother said, no. They said it's bad, bad, bad. Father said, never buy black. Never buy black shoes or black dress. So mother said, no, and we will follow. So at one point, now I think I understand why. Every party I went to with my husband, all these girls wore black dresses. I mean, why do you wear black all the time? It's supposed to be in some religion mourning, right? But why do they wear black all the time? Because it was the reaction to saying, no, I will wear black, nothing will happen to me. I will fight that. So it is an reaction to this fifth subclass of religion when you say, don't wear black, don't wear black. Father said, priest said, mother said, everybody said. So you say, I will wear black. So at one point, all the young girls were wearing black. Thank God that phase is over. Today, young girls are back into flowers and colors. And all. So they believe in black magic. Spiritual matters become very important, and fanatism, right? Block the emotion. They have to move, otherwise they won't get well. Very cautious, do it very properly. Spiritual superstitions, split between original how I felt and how religion said this. So what religion says, I must obey. Then there's a split, always a split. Emotions are blocked. You have to be happy. They said, but no, you have to work. You have to not be happy and not play. So always there is a split. So lot of schoolish causes, lot of even more than the split. We've been talking about split for all those 9 families we have done, but we are now much more. There's good, there's a bad, there's good, there's a bad. So the best example is anakarya. It even one devil, one angel, okay, all the time telling you what to do and pulling you into a different direction. So you have skin and mucous membrane, you have the joint, mangifera, you have limb, skin and sexual problems, cramps, weakness, psychiatric issues, compulsive disorder. All these will increase in this. Okay? Tightness, constriction, band, plug, better by motion. So he wants to all the time be resting. So he'll say this child can't sit at all. This man gets up every 15 minutes. Cannot sit. Sitting causes tightness. So he walks. Then he again sit. Then again walk. Caught stiff, not allowed to move. Stuck, wants to move constantly. Cannot stay back. Have to work. Follow rules and regulations that give them relief, but they feel they have done right. So, this rightness, wrongness, walk, stiffness will become better and thought types will. When they work, they feel better. So the miasms are, these remedies, typhoid is rasta, malaria is ras radicans, ringworm is ras venerita, psychotic is mangifera, also mangoes, leprosy is lust, graftrabda, and homopladia, cancer is. So, understand this, okay? We are almost so is there any question you want to ask me today till now? Is it all quite clear to you? I'm spending a lot of time and going over things again and again so that you understand, okay? And today I'm going to finish a little bit early because I have another talk. You all can all join if you want. So it is 3 kingdoms, 3 cases, okay? That is the talk. And anybody who specially missed our NJH CME last time, monthly CME, you remember? Then you can join. It is in educational SSMS, Dr. Shobha has given the name. So, like in the first 2 columns, which is, subclass 1 and 2, we are doing 5, right? Why are we doing 5? Because it is today's age, today's age, where the feminine is becoming less and less masculine, more and more. So we felt all the remedies suited. Subclass 1 and subclass 2 we will do late. But in those first 2 columns, you know that they came from the other world, okay? And they descended to this world. So here, the pain of separation from the divine, they want to re-establish back, okay? And go back to that world, which was nice. But in column 5, the mind no longer remembers or recognizes the separation and perceives the separateness as like an entity in themselves. And they call it evil. They don't realize it is divine. They call it evil, evil eye, black magic, so forth. So subclass 5 is very different from subclass 1. So thus the split and separation from infinite abundance of column 1 bears rotten fruit in column 5. So rotten, right? Evil, devil, black eye, superstition. So all this is called rotten. So in column 5, you have this rotten. Whereas you had infinite possibilities in column 1. So the 11th field is split and separation from other dualities, good and evil, poor flow and relationship. So the ascent of the masculine into dominant created rigid limitation, allowing for a split to be, and bringing up issues of split identity and duality like in evil. Split between good and evil. So we saw it began, right, in Mansinella, which was the last remedy of the previous week. The evil and the devil and all that began there, right? So here it gets more accent. And so you have lot of schizophrenia, lot of depression, lot of unwilling to do anything, wanting to do but not wanting, wanting to play but wanting. So the masculine element more exaggerated in verse 5 can lead to disconnection of mind from the emotion. So again, from emotion means also disconnection from God. So we see much more divorces happen, right, today. That is why we chose the fifth subclass, so that if we all understand all these things well, we can help people not to divorce so much, to get them in time. Okay? Sometimes you want to help, but people say no, no, no. So yesterday I asked one patient, how's your son and daughter-in-law? Because I remember some many years ago, 10 years ago, the daughter-in-law was my patient. So she said, oh, doctor, they're going for divorce. I said, what happened? No, 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 the girl is so bad. I said, she was my patient. You want me to talk to? No, 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 don't talk to her, please. My son is up to here. She's been so bad to him for so many years. Now he just says, please take it. I suppose I must tell you this one story, okay? So, very famous author. I really like his short stories. So there was a story, and so, he was very happy. He's telling his friends, I'm going to get married, I'm going to get married. And they all knew that girl, and they said, don't marry that girl. But he said, no, 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 no. And he got married. So, and then, of course, she was marrying him only because for his money. It was in those times when, always you had, in the British time, which you always had one uncle who would leave you money, because everybody never got married, they didn't have children. So you would have inheritance coming. So she knew that some inheritance was going to come to him from his uncle, and therefore she married him. And finally, when the inheritance came, then she said, divorce. He said, what happened? Oh, she treated him so badly, so badly. And then finally he said, okay. And everything, if this painting, no, we bought it together, so it belongs to me. This sofa, no, I like it so much, so it belongs to me. This house, I only chose it, so it belongs to me. So he finally just wanted out. He said, take whatever you want, but let me go. You get, till here, like this patient told me yesterday. So they came to the judge, and so the judge told her, fine, what you do is give me a list of all the things which you feel you should get, and give me a list of all the things which he should. So she was very happy. So she made that list. She wrote all the things that he had, which ran into pages and pages. And then for him, she wrote only some few things. So the judge looked at the thing. Well, very nice judge. Really love that judge. Okay. So what did he do? He said, oh, you think this is very fair? He said, yes, Your Honor, it is very fair. And this is the way it should be. And he also agrees to it. So yes. So the judge said, okay, then if it is so fair, I will give this to the man and I will give you this. Okay. So she got the few things and he got everything. And if the whole court erupted and was so happy, and she couldn't do anything about it because she had said it is very fair. So sometimes when you try to be too smart, you can fall in your own thing, right? Don't you love the judge? So if she had been fair or even been nice to him and told him, yes, but we don't get along. If you give me some things, I will leave, he would have happily given and they would not have been a problem, right? So we have to be fair all the time, not get carried. Anyway, coming back to this, so this is unrequited love. Love that becomes twisted and turns bad. And then you have to settle. So that physically, this is emotionally, this can happen. And who suffers most is the children suffer. Because everybody tries to buy their love. No? The mother will try to take them out. Father will go, each time he comes, he will buy a gift. But they think father is good. And what do you want, Mr. Kanya? My dog also thinks he is very good. He wants some attention. Yeah? You want to say hello to everybody? So physically, the hormonal imbalance in both of them lead to infertility and limb. Okay? Remember, limb, walk, finish the work, then you're. So there'll be sexual problem, infertility, even reversal of sexual orientation. Because the girl wants to be like a man. I had a patient once. She said that I want to, my only dream in life is to go on the beach and take on my t-shirt. Okay. So only boys can do that. Now she wanted to be a boy. And she was a nice, capable girl. She was a music director. She wanted to change her. So if even by mistake you said, hi, madam, she got so angry because she is not inside her masculine. Anyway, we helped her, but she finally did change. And the last I saw her a couple of years ago was sitting with a very beautiful girl. She was also looking quite nice and elegant. They had done already sex change. So this is where you want to change your orientation. And sometimes it is there from inside. So we should not say right, wrong. We should allow them to go with the flow. Yeah? Excessive masculine energy results in suppression at many levels, leading to indecisiveness and lack of inner. What personal path should I take? Yeah? Or what? And then maybe express that itching. Okay? So skin and mucous membrane is anacardium and sex media. The skin and mucous membrane found the separation and buffering between the organism and the outer environment, between that which is and not, which is not part. So multiple skin and mucous membrane problems, you will see all these. Stop Nangifera. And the limbs, you have stiffness, restlessness, joint problem, itching, ailments of long bones, cramps, and weakness. Okay, so we are at 4:15, I think. $4:20. So tell me, I have one remedy I wanted to do with you, but I need a little break for myself. Before I talk again for 2 hours. So what do you all want? I can do that anacardium if you want. What do you want to do? Or you want to ask some question? Because we've done very nicely this whole thing. If you think about it and if you've kept some notes and you understand it, you will come to all the remedies and you understand quite well. So we can do one remedy if you want, or we can do next. Yeah, people.
Next time we'll do, madam.
Thank you. You all are very cooperative.
Yeah.
So okay. So I'll just take a half an hour rest before I start my next lecture. And you're all welcome to it. Okay. All of you came for the CME last time. Hello. Did you all come for the NJH monthly CME? Yeah. Nobody's answering. Yes, no. So
I'm
I believe, Dinavahi, I believe you missed it.
Yeah, I missed it, ma'am. Yeah, that's what I was about to tell. I missed it. Yeah.
So if you want, you can. That was very nice case. So one of the 3 cases is that you all can join today. It is there in the educational. The link is there. Okay.
Okay.
So you will join with 5:30 onwards.
Okay.
From another group. Okay. So thank you all very much. I just need a little break before I start back. So thank you for giving me. I hope there is no question. You are all are welcome to ask questions about this group, anything. Because today I've really spent a lot of time, repeated many times so that you understand this thing about stepping in. Very important. Yeah. I can't see anything in the chat. Nobody's written anything today. So is it okay, not okay?
Yes, madam. Most of the day-to-day practice medicine, so many are there in this, especially in this family, which we were about to discuss.
Yeah.
So many of the remedies which generally we do prescribe very often.
So that's very good. So
Yeah.
if you look at our, let's look at our this week. Let's look at our cases where we may have given Rasta.
Given the yeah.
But there may be other mental things which we didn't cover. We got results, we were happy. But maybe that mental covered and it became better, like I told you about my case. So next time we hopefully will share some more cases with you. And yeah. Anything else? Anybody else? So Mamta said that concept became clear. That is true. So as we repeat and as we do more and more, the whole concept will become clear. It doesn't mean that we can't use Rostov anacardium right from the days how we used it. But especially when we know another system in cases which didn't work out or which failed, we can use the system of, columns and rows and see where is the inner edge. Maybe that remedy was just a little bit off. It can be from the earlier column, right? So supposing you think that this patient is like a lot of 6th row, very leaders, but no, the thing is too much. Hates himself. You may come to you like that. So when you know the correspondences, you can jump from one to the other row or one kingdom to the other. So we'll be doing all of this today. Okay, thank you. Bye. See you all soon.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.